welcome to another episode of Stories and Tales. My name is Miss Mimi. I'm so glad to be here with you again today. And before we dive into our story for today, let's sing a song. The story reminds me of the song of a boy and his sister. Who can guess what song that is? I'll give you a hint. J. The name starts with J. Okay, I'll tell you. Jack and Jill. Yes. So we're gonna quickly sing Jack and Jill. You ready? Let's do this. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Let's do that one more time. Or maybe not. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Okay, thank you for singing with me. Let's go. Today's story is titled Smudge. Smudge. I think this is an interesting story. It's a fantasy story and it's about a character who's looking to find his place in the picture. You'll find out. It's really beautiful. It talks about adventures and, well, lots of things. Ooh. In the corner of a quiet museum, there was a very pretty picture. And in the corner of this picture, there was a very scruffy boy. The artist had painted him on Monday morning when he wasn't feeling too well, so he turned out to be more of a smudge than a boy, than a proper boy. Now, this smudge was an awful fidget. You know what it means to be a fidget? You can't keep still. You can't keep still. He was so bored with his picture, he couldn't stay still. One evening, he fidgeted so much that he cracked his paint and fell clean out onto the floor. Oh my God. When the people in the museum saw the hole he'd made, they were horrified. And they took the painting down to the basement to be repaired. Smudge smiled. Now I can find a really exciting picture to live in, he said. Suddenly, he thought he heard the noise of a bottle on the opposite wall. That sounds more like it. I'll join that one. I'm right glad there could come, lad, said King Harold. We need all the help we can get. And King Harold pulled him in. There you see? Pulling him in. But once inside, it was awful. Not at all what he had expected. Not at all what he had been used to. Galloping horses, shouting men, swords, arrows. Smudge jumped out of it as quickly as he had jumped in. And he looked around for something a little less crowded. He noticed a vase on a tall pedestal with only 2 men on it, so he climbed up and got on that. Clear off! Shouted Achilles. We're having a fight! This is no place for kids! And he and his friend chased Smudge around and around till he became quite dizzy and fell off. In the next gallery, Smudge saw a man with a dog. They looked a bit odd, but Smudge had always wanted a dog. I could take it for walks, he thought. So he joined their picture. But the man with the dog got cross and the dog barked so loudly it woke up the guard, and Smudge had to get out fast.
Who's there?
shouted the guard.
Who's fooling around with my exhibits?
Smudge dived into the nearest hiding place and kept quiet till the man went away. But he wasn't alone. "Excuse me," said the mummy. "This case was built for one."
"But I have nowhere else to live," said Smudge. "So I'm staying here."
"Over my dead body," said the mummy. You know who a mummy is, right? A mummy is actually a dead body that is wrapped in lots of stuff. White. I'm not sure whether it's bandage they wrap it in, but there it is. That's a mummy. Anyway, the mummy chased him out of the gallery. I'm really excited, to be honest, to see all these photos and paintings and works of art. It's like Smudge lives in a museum and he's going from one work of art to the other. This looks like the Madonna, if I'm right. And yeah, this looks like this is a casing for an Egyptian mummy. Anyway, let's go. Smudge, running away as fast as he could, tripped headlong over somebody's foot.
"Hold on, lad,"
said the statue.
"What's your hurry?"
"My picture's been taken away and I'm lonely," cried Smudge.
"Sounds as if you could do with some friends of your own age," said the statue. "Come on, I know just the place."
And he took Smudge to a large painting.
"There you are. They're a good bunch. Get in with them."
"I've always wanted to fly," thought Smudge. Can you see? There's another painting. The cherubs were good fun, but they played around so much they woke the baby. And they blamed Smudge and asked him to leave. Sadly, Smudge sat down under a piece of sculpture. It was a lady, but she didn't mind. She was glad to have some company. But she went on so much about her aches and her pains that Smudge was very relieved when he saw the man returning his own painting. "Well, my picture's not too bad," he thought. "At least I'll get a bit of peace and quiet if I go back." But Smudge was in for a nasty shock. They filled in his space with another little boy just like him. There wasn't any space for Smudge. Can you see? This is Smudge. This is his replacement. Poor old Smudge. He crept down into the basement and hid himself in a dusty old painting. Tears of pure linseed oil rolled down his cheeks and made a little pool on the floor. He was so unhappy. But Smudge wasn't alone down there in the basement. There was a man busy repairing bits and pieces, and he heard Smudge's sad sniffles.
"Goodness gracious me, you don't belong in that old picture."
"I know, I know," said Smudge. And he told the man all about his adventures. "Well, now, let me think. Yes, I know. I've got just the home for you. Come along with me." And sure enough, he had. So if you're ever in an art gallery and you pass a picture full of people, stop and take a closer look. Look over the houses and over the factory roofs, past the chimneys and through the smoke, to the hills beyond, and you may see a gang of children playing. And if you look really closely, you might just see that the happiest boy in the gang is just a Smudge. The end. I really love this book because apart from the fact that it takes us through a museum and through different paintings, I like that it shows us how life can be, right? Sometimes we're not content with what we have, with where we are. "Oh, mommy, I want more of this. Daddy, I want to be in that school. I want to go to that place. I want to be in that house." But then when we go to that place, we realize we're not actually happy there. that the right place and the place we will be happy is where we already were. So whenever you think about complaining about where you are, remember Smudge and think about it. Do I want to keep jumping and hopping from one adventure to the other, going to places where I'm not wanted, or do I want to stay where I am wanted? What will make me happy, right? Thank you so much for joining us today. I look forward to seeing you again next time on Stories and Tales channel. But before you go, there's a bell button there. Don't forget to click it so you can always know when we have more videos up. Ciao!